Sound on. Colors on. So The Artist is a movie released in 2011, directed by a French-Lithuanian director, Michel Hazanavicius. Sorry if I've butchered the name, but the major reason why I'm reviewing this movie is because it's the award seasons and The Artist had won Best Picture. So, what makes it so good? I've watched this movie a very, very, very long time ago and I had almost forgot it, but now that the Oscars are, active again, uh, it reminds me of The Artist. And the plot is actually quite simple. It's a silent film, and it even has this 4:3 aspect ratio that sort of mimics the silent films of the 20s and the 30s, and it's about silent films going into films with sound, the transition. And we have the main protagonist, the male protagonist, who is a dramatic actor who's very talented and famous, who met with a very aspiring and motivated actress who fell in love with him. But as sound films are invented, the actress moved onto the sound films very smoothly, but the male protagonist seemed to find it really hard and difficult to transition into sound films because he is used to the past, used to silent films. And that's basically the plot. And it's a movie about making movies. It's an ode, a love letter to cinematic history. And that is also one of the reasons why it won Best Picture, in my opinion, because around this era, a lot of movies about making movies had won, like Birdman, sorta, and Argo, and then now we have The Artist. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot, even though it's a hard film to digest. And if you're not a cinema lover, you may not enjoy this film because it's more of a drama, of a story, narrative heavy film, and it's actually really, really well executed and directed. And I'm not sad that it had won Best Picture. The performance is awesome. The actor for the male protagonist, Jean Dujardin, is actually brilliant, even though he has one line only in the movie, one spoken line that, made it into the movie. Still, his facial expressions, the exaggerations, his charm, his charisma, it really, really works out in here. And given that he is a comedian in France, and now he's making onto the big screen in Hollywood as an old American actor, it's pretty impressive. And he won the Oscar and dropped the French P bomb, so congrats to him. And I also really, really love the original score. It's very jazzy, it's very exciting and energetic. For a while after I've watched the movie, I actually listened to the score multiple times because it's just really fun. And I don't know, yeah. There are also a lot of dance numbers in the movie that I think is brilliant. It's well directed, and somebody's playing pianos outside my room, but we'll presume. Um, yeah. What else can I say? The movie had also won Best Costume Design, and I'm not doing this review with a script or anything. So right now I'm doing it completely free. I really love the scene when the male protagonists start to realize that he must transition into sound films if he wants to keep his job. And he had this nervous breakdown where everything makes sounds. The telephone, his dog, and other actors and actresses who had transitioned, but his voice is not in the movie. It doesn't exist. No matter how hard he screams, no matter how loud he tries to talk, it's not making it into the actual movie. And he really had this nervous breakdown, and I love it. And the way the movie ended, the climax of the movie, when the female protagonist, sorry, I forgot the name. Okay, the female protagonist was driving to the male protagonist's apartment, and there's this small twist that I think is a nice touch. And the way the movie ends off, the last few seconds of the movie actually has sounds. And that is the scene when the male protagonist, or Jean Dujardin, delivered the line that actually made it into the movie. And I think it's a brilliant touch. It's a brilliant touch, and it's beautiful, passionate, and a very, I guess, enthusiastic love letter to cinematic history. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm saying The Artist is a movie worth watching, and I'm giving it an 8 to a very, very light 9 out of 10. So, have you watched The Artist? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like if you like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching.